Hey, Fairlawn family, Pastor Ryan here, coming at you on this severe weather Sunday. And I'm at my home in Lenexa, and hopefully you're home in Topeka, staying warm and staying safe. Just want to give a quick, short devotional video for us today. And I'm actually doing this on my phone, so in order to keep the file shorter, this will be really quick. But if I were preaching to you today live, we would be looking at the story of the Magi, the wise men. You know that story. It's a pretty familiar story, and one of the things I love about it as they make their journey to see the newborn King Jesus is this truth that they came to worship. That was their purpose. In Matthew chapter 2, verse 2, the Magi ask King Herod, "Where is the one who's been born king of the Jews? We saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him." That was their purpose. They came to worship Jesus. And worship is precisely what they did. They bowed down. They presented Jesus with their gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh. They bowed down and worshiped him. And, the story of the Magi is a story about people who took significant time out of their lives to make this journey of worship and to make worship of the King a priority. And that's a really instructive teaching for us today, too, as we think about our own worshiping lives, our own life with God and God's heart. How willing are we to even allow ourselves to be inconvenienced just a little bit? Weather's dangerous, and so we're home today, but even when the weather's nice, we sort of like worship on our timetable and according to what fits in with our preferences and things like that. This sort of me first culture, that's kind of how we live. But Jesus in the story of the Magi invites us to think about our own worship and about how we might even be willing to sacrifice just a little bit in order to honor King Jesus. So let that thought sit with you this week. We may unpack that at some future point. We may not. But let the story of the wise men, the Magi, remind you today that Jesus is worthy of all of our worship. He's worthy of our whole hearts and our whole lives. We'll be gathering again next week, God willing and weather willing, and hopefully we'll see you then. We love you. God bless you. We'll see you next Sunday. Take care.